Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I'm Stan Gravois, and it is my pleasure to have here with me the head coach of the Nicholls State Colonels. We have Tommy Rybacki here. Unfortunately, a loss to Texas State, but I have to ask you, Coach, we're going to start it off by talking about the effort. It looked like the effort was good. Are you happy with the effort from your kids?
Yeah, absolutely. You always identify individual plays where you can do better from an effort standpoint. But yeah, overall pleased with the effort. And that's really been 4 games. You know, these guys have played with tremendous effort in 4 games.
Listen, Texas State, obviously, we mentioned last week, is going to be moving up to the Pac-12 or whatever they're going to call it, Pac-4, whatever that might be. But that being said, it's a school with resources. And we talked off air just a little bit about playing those teams with those kind of resources. And I asked you how you felt from the standpoint of being an assistant at Jacksonville, at UL, being a coordinator at Nicholls with Coach Rebo, and playing some of these schools that are Power 5 schools and Group of 5 schools. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people it's a necessary evil. What say you on all of that?
Yeah, I would say definitely something that you need to do. It's a great opportunity for our team to get into some different environments, play a different opponent, and get to play on that stage. I think that's really important. And the thing that I've noticed is over the years, it's really changed since the transfer portal came along. A lot of these teams that you may have been able to sneak up on in the past as an FCS opponent and go play an inexperienced FBS team, you really don't see that too often because of the ability of the teams to bring in older players and fill gaps in their roster. And so you're seeing you're seeing less upsets, especially in the southern region where you're getting a lot of good quality football teams put together.
As we were talking about that, you made that point, and I'm thinking to myself, not only is it sort of where you're playing a team that fills in the void very quickly, sometimes FCS schools lose kids, and they become the filler of that void for some of those power schools, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, you look around college football today, and you're seeing, players who started at a smaller school, be it FCS or Group of 5, playing for these Power 4 schools. And, if they're not on those Power 4 rosters, then those teams are going to be playing with a younger player. And then you talked about, the flip side. Now those smaller schools are playing the bigger ones without those players on their team who would have been an advantage for them. So it's just changed. And the landscape is constantly going to change. Our job is just to adapt and play the games.
Listen, it was a 35-3 loss to Texas State on Saturday night. Your first possession, you go down the field and you get a field goal. And I thought probably one of those plays in the game that not necessarily changed the game, but I thought it could have been big. Ethan Lee actually comes up with an onside kick. It didn't travel the required 10 yards along the way. That being said, you almost stole a possession from them. And then right before half, you're actually going in to score, and you have a turnover there. Just talk about the little bits of the game that maybe got away from you on Saturday night.
Yeah, you pointed out 2 missed opportunities. First, the onside kick. I thought really good play design that we had there. Just unfortunately weren't able to get the kick 10 yards. And then, they had a guy make a great play on the ball, too, to be able to knock Ethan Lee into it. And then not being able to score before the half, we're getting the ball to start the second half. So if we're able to convert that opportunity, we're getting the ball to start the second half. Now you're getting back into the game and able to compete there. I thought throughout the game, there's plays on offense where we're a block or 2 away in the run game. And if we get those guys blocked, then now we're talking about 10, 15-yard gains. And then, defensively, I thought much improved in some areas of defending the quarterback, but also, there's some plays in there where there's a coverage mishap or a missed tackle here or there that, create more opportunities for them. And then again, third down, we got to be able to get off the field defensively on third down, especially in a game like that, to limit the other team's opportunities to score the ball.
You rush for about 130 yards in the game, so not bad. You throw for about 95. Does the passing game have to get better for you guys to be more successful?
Yeah, without a doubt. And, Our passing game is built off of our run game too. So the more effective we are at running the football, the more that's going to open up opportunities for us to throw the ball both intermediate and also down the field. So we just got to continue to improve all around offensively to be able to stack more plays together and finish more drives.
Coaches talk a lot about watching the film after a game. Is this one of those where when you guys looked at it on Sunday, you thought to yourselves, there are some correctable things we can do? And I've always been a believer that sometimes in a loss, not sometimes, all the time in a loss, if you do it right, you can get better. Is this a correctable type thing going forward?
Yeah, you said two key words right there, get better. And, the first way to get better is identify how to get better or what it is that you need to get better at. And so definitely a tape that we're watching closely, or we did watch closely and identified some targeted improvements again that we need to improve on that may make the difference for us moving forward. So definitely a lot to learn, especially after a loss, areas that we can improve that'll, lead to success down the road.
Unfortunately, on the road again, fortunately, an FCS school in Eastern Kentucky, as the Colonels will take on the Colonels this Saturday night. You folks can all catch that on ESPN Plus if you're not able to get out to Richmond, Kentucky. Coach, we always thank you for the time. We're excited about that game this Saturday, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Again, Coach Tommy Rybacki of the Nicholls State Colonels, Eastern Kentucky. This is a game, again, where they're playing another FCS school, and I think we're going to see some good things from the Colonels. Got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.